when you think they're in a range where you think they might block it, right? And you're just trying to hit confirm, I do the motion and don't press the button, right? Because the danger there is that if they block and I'm just doing it every time, then my move will come out and I'll get blocked and I'll get punished, right? So at that range, I will only do the motion, okay? From further out, okay? From like much further away, like maybe like just outside of their footsie range, like the max range that they could throw a normal and hit me, or they basically have to walk into my space for them to get hit, or they have to whiff something in order for them to get hit by it. That's where I do the motion plus the button press. So like, you know, stand medium kick into V trigger for Vega, for example, or like, you know, stand medium punch into heavy kick roll buffer. And that's where I press the button because there is no chance for them to block that move. There are other issues like having the move whiff because it's a Vega problem, right? But if your character can consistently whiff, like that's why you see Kami players throwing fierce from like outside of that footsie range with stand heavy punch, because they're always buffering heavy cannon drill, because that will always hit no matter what. So if they throw out like a you know, any normal, it'll get whiff punished, it'll counter poke whatever they throw out, or it'll catch them walking forward or dashing, whatever it is, right? Depending on the spacing they're at, depending on the move that the opponent does. But it's a safe distance to throw it out, right? Because you can always buffer knowing that like the only way this move will come out is if they got hit by it. No chance for blocking, right? When you're a bit closer, like I mentioned earlier, that's when I think it's better to just do the motion so you can confirm. Yeah. That's essentially what you're going for when you buffer in fighting games. It's essentially what you're doing. Because you don't want to risk dying and messing up a buffer, right? Because hit confirming, you can use buffering to hit confirm easier. So instead of just hitting the button and then doing the motion fully, you just have to do it once. You just do the motion and then only have to press a single button. And honestly, that's how most people do it, because you can't do it in any other way consistently, because most normals in most fighting games don't give you enough time to do that, if that makes sense. So you're always gonna need to do something else. Like Momochi, for example, he looks at the stun bar in Street Fighter V. So if it hits, he'll see the meter increase, right? And that's when he'll input the button. But he still always buffers the motion as well. But he just uses a visual indicator as well. Like I just look at the hit. If it hits, and I listen to the sound, the visual of it. So yeah, it just depends.